Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range. Well, that's a great way to start, isn't it? Well, anyway, here we are today with another great show with Mr. Drake Bailey. Here he comes on. Hi, Drake.
How do?
Oh, my goodness. Thank goodness you have sound. Everything sounds good. I'm going to wave at your wife in the background. Okay. Thank goodness. I'm waiting for.
Know you were having a show.
Told you it was. My wife wanted to know
Tell her
about that.
she's welcome to come on if she wants to.
Hell no.
Well, yeah. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Christine is in the chat. Let me turn on my. I have it set up to be, or I did have it set up to be. Doesn't look like it is though.
Can't see anything
Hang on.
yet. Says this number.
Okay, let it. I need to let it run just a little bit because it's updating, because there's a bunch of different streams on here, because it's pairing, which is a new feature. So we'll just give it a little time. Hopefully we're being seen on YouTube and so on.
What does it mean? You mean the Kickstarter needs to be hit a couple times?
Yeah, kind of. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh good. Except now I'm gonna have to on YouTube and so on.
What does it mean? You mean the Kickstarter needs to be hit a couple times?
Yeah, kind of. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh good. Okay, now I'm gonna have to mute the sound on this one, so hang on, please bear with us, okay? Because this is on Telegram now too, Drake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of. I just don't know how to. Okay, now I'm gonna have to mute the sound on this one, so hang on, please bear with us, okay? Because this is on Telegram now too, Drake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of. But I don't know how to turn off the sound. Now I'm gonna have to mute the sound. Start recording. Hang on, please bear with us, okay? End video chat. Person. I don't know why this is. Oh boy. I don't know how to fix it right now. I don't know how to turn off the sound. Hang on. I'm gonna close that down totally. There. I don't know why this is. Oh boy.
Turn it all the way
I don't know
down.
how to fix it right now. Okay, wait a minute here. I guess I have to. I'm gonna close that down totally. I have to close it down on my channel.
Turn it all the way down.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, people. I guess I have to.
Oh, technical difficulty.
Close that down. Yeah, really. I have to close.
Ah. Now can you hear me? I can't hear you. Huh? Huh?
Sorry. Let's try to start this again, okay?
Wait a minute. That right there, you're fine right there. No background noise or nothing.
Yeah, well, what was happening was I was getting the sound. It was live streaming on Telegram, but we were hearing it from here on here as well as on Telegram. And so now can you hear me right now,
Yeah.
Doyle?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think
sorry about the confusion here, but we're trying some new and different things, and that's just what happens. So, one of the things that we were where I don't know where the dot connector went. She was here too, and now she's gone. I think her internet went wonky. First, we didn't even know if we were going to have a show today. I was just going to tell people, Drake. First of all, Drake doesn't have any internet yesterday, so we didn't think we'd be able to have a show. But then his internet came back on and told me that he had internet. Then I had internet this morning, and then by around noonish, all of a sudden I didn't have internet, so I wasn't going to be able to do the show with that way either. And right now the dot connector, so mine finally came back on in time to do the show. But then the dot connector, she's off, and she was here just a bit ago, and now she's probably gone because her internet's wonky. I don't know. Anyway, so
Are
Let's
you
see,
sure?
why do you wait until these happen
You think you
to
could
check
say
it
that?
out
You
before
know?
she starts? Mr. Dale Parks, no, I can't check it out before I did it. I did all that before. So, you know,
Checking stuff out doesn't help. We're about as technically
we're
efficient
yeah, this
as
isn't a
they are.
professional studio, you know, it's kind of like trial and
Yeah,
error
it
with
is.
a lot of error. And if you can't live with this, go to a different channel.
You a professional, yes, indeedy.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Hold on,
I accidentally hit this one, but we can bring it up. Someone I don't know on Facebook sent what is happening, and that is getting out on the
yeah, I
phone.
heard her.
That's not really okay. That's not really
Yeah, I'm
what I
gonna go
meant.
get a cup of coffee while you figure out what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing, basically, except for the. But go ahead if you want to go get a cup of coffee.
No comment.
We'll talk about.
I'm not gonna say nothing about your technical expertise on air.
Well, I tell you one thing, it's not any worse than yours. So
Well,
we
the thing
got.
is, you shouldn't feel bad about it because I get the same problems.
I know. But you got a tech guy right that lives right near you. That helps a lot. Oh, okay. Dot connector's back in the good. Hi, Christine. I'm glad you're back. Drake is giving me a hard time. I need you here. Helping me to give him a hard time back. But anyway, well, one of the things today we were going to sing the song "What the World Needs Now Is Love, Sweet Love," and so on and so forth. But Drake didn't like the idea. So we decided we'll just carry on and let him get his cup of coffee, and then he'll have to tell us the rest of his story. Oh, okay. I see. We have an extra. There he is.
My old self makes it. It just takes time now.
Okay. Well, we're starting to get some questions already.
Oh, we are? I can't even
Yeah.
see it.
Well, there's this one. Someone was asking about the Q phone, but if you have any new intel or anything else, oh, Dot Connector's on the phone. Holy smokes! Okay, so
Oh,
her internet is wonky, but she's still here, so that's all good. So I tell you what, it's just amazing that we're even online at the moment with based on everything that's gone on. Anyway, so what is blocked? How can you be blocked? I don't get that. I'm blocked. Okay, I'm sorry to be doing this while we're trying to do the show here, Drake. Do you have some intel you could give them while I'm trying to find out what's wrong with the dot connector? Because there's a problem.
ain't nothing wrong with her. Our technical expertise sucks canal water.
You like to pick on us, don't you? Okay,
Both of them.
we're gonna
Both of them.
we're gonna get even. Okay, so anyway, the internet is
Yeah.
wonky. Mine's been off and on today, so I don't know. We could at any point in time go off too, for that matter.
Well,
So
okay. What you got is very simple, and that is that there are going to be side effects for the things that ET has set up. It could be quite amazing. Now, I have likened them to an acid trip, but it only lasts for like 2-3 minutes at the most. You got that, let's see, what is it? Coronal mass ejection from the sun. It's supposed to be a nice bright spot, and a flashbulb effect from that. And so we got enough things going on in different directions that it could keep a wizard really busy. Uh-oh. Got to watch her when she goes through all the wiring.
well, I'm answering somebody in chat, so just keep talking, Drake.
Yes, dear.
If you have, more information
It's
about
a like
from the
button. Uh-huh. Q phones, somebody says. Yeah, Q phones. But before we ever get to that, we're going to get a combination of things that will be rather, I don't know, to an extent disconcerting. One of them is the quantum banking system and the total wipeout of what we've had in the way of a banking system on this planet. Yeah, planet-wide stuff. Yes, indeed. Um, and what will happen is very simple. Everything will be reduced to zero and transferred in the process to the quantum system. Now, this is a cloud-like. Said cloud-like. I didn't say it was the cloud, like the cloud, except it's bulletproof. Can't nobody get in your account but you. And I think that's really nice. You're totally secure, and you can operate that thing similarly to what you have in the way of banking presently. Okay, so it's not going to be something that's totally obtuse, totally different. You can't. Yeah, I wonder which end is up. And it's like that question. I don't know how do you program a VCR? You know, one of those numbers, and it's going to give some people some ulcers. I'm sure. Because it won't. Well, if you don't do it right, it ain't gonna cooperate, and it'll tell you that. It speaks to you. You will have a direct communication with your banking account. If that ain't cool, I don't know what is. At any rate, then as that after that is up and running, we're going to get a part of the communications system, which are Q phones. Now you got to understand that there are a lot of things that people don't understand. I see one of them is the Pakistan 1/3 underwater. Well,
Oh yeah, I was going to put that up. Okay, let me put it up. Pakistan is 1/3 underwater with sewage in some areas, and is asking if it was do weapons. What do you know about it, Drake?
Okay, well, it doesn't have very much to do with what people think in terms of flooding and all this stuff. What it has to do is that I asked ET to reset the weather systems to what they used to be. Well, we were supposed to graduate from where we're at to the 1950s in terms of valuation and a few other things. That's how the new currency can accrue so much value so quickly. Very simple. It's gold backed, among other things, but it is also a basket currency. The gold backing part is so that it can be traded internationally with other countries and individuals.
So does that mean we won't have to remember so many passwords to get into our various accounts? I don't have that many accounts, but when they make you change your password all the time, it really is annoying. So
I'm still having. I can't get into Blog Talk to do my show. They screwed the password up, and I can't get the thing to work. But anyway, what's this?
Oh yeah, because somebody asked me about your show, and I thought maybe it was because of the internet. And
well, I'm gonna fight with the internet and Blog Talk and whoever else gets in the way tonight after this show. So
okay, what about is a Tesla phone and the Q phone the same thing, or is that two different animals?
Okay. No, Tesla thinks he's got the world by the whatevers, and they don't.
Okay, is that
okay, not to degrade the guy or denigrate.
You're talking about Elon?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where the Tesla stuff comes from. So anyway, one of his illustrious engineers thought they had a better idea, and they found out that it don't work.
What about this? This is an interesting little question that came up. Will we have a program like YouTube? I've downloaded a lot of YouTube videos and wondered if I can watch them again after the changeover.
Yes.
Oh, so that won't be a problem?
The new YouTube is going to be on ET's technical level. So you won't have to worry about the fun and games, gobbledygook, and oh my God, they took my video down. Well, don't have to worry about all that. That is going to be a thing of the past. People are going to have freedom of speech. Now, here's the problem with this. So long as the advocacy, whatever speech you put out, doesn't include death to certain ethnic groups or individuals or things of that nature. And if you're nice about it and you don't call nobody no sensitive names, then you can get away with just about anything.
Well, this is interesting. Okay. T-Mobile announced that it'll be connected to Starlink. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I don't have I have a son that has T-Mobile. But I don't. I didn't like them myself.
Well, you're going to end up with it if you want to have true full communications. That thing operates sort of like Skype internationally or whatever. So,
what, Starlink are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only it's like you're making a telephone call or we're having this conversation or however you want to look at it.
Okay, let's see what else we got. Hi. What's this one here? What's that? It's going to triple digits here in California until the 5th of September. Are you referring to the heat?
Yes.
Because it's pretty.
I have about 3 to 4 days of it. It's already cooled down here in the east.
Here's another one. Would you explain the 3 days of darkness and the falling asleep? We talked about that somewhat last time, but I guess it bears repeating if people don't get it.
It's pretty simple. It may not be 3 full days, first of all, but the time of darkness is a time when communications, when let's see, your consciousness is not connected to the reality that we presently have, like this desk and that sort of thing. And that will all change to a point where you'll come up to it and it'll go flash like a flash bulb and bingo, 4D. Ooh.
I can't wait. I'm ready. We will be moving away from phones and computers to glass pads and holographic tech?
Sort of. If you know what a holographic screen is, then you can understand it. You've seen that on
Star Trek or
sci-fi.
Star Wars?
Huh?
On Star Wars, where she's bending down on the ground and talking to each.
That was just some of it. That was just some of it. Okay. Away from phones and computers to glass pads and holographic tech. Holographic tech is where you get a complicated computer screen and it just show up and you punch in the buttons and go from there.
Oh, that's so cool. That sounds really neat.
I like it.
Wow.
It's got to be better than this old clunky keyboard I got.
Yeah, I can relate. Here's a question for you. Will the current astrology still apply in 4D and 5D, such as personality traits common to Aries or whatever the sign is?
Yes, because you can't. The process doesn't destroy the planetary relationship. And look up music of the spheres to get to mathematics. Basically, what it does is it puts it into a realm that is easy to use and understand. Now, I'm gonna shut up right there. You told me to.
Okay, I'm just checking to see if there's any questions that I missed.
Do another interview with David Wilcock.
What's that, Drake? Will you ever? Oh, I guess I can put that up there. I don't know, Drake. Will you ever do another interview with David Wilcock?
I'm looking forward to it on one condition: that we do it on this show.
That would
Hey,
be
that'd be
fun.
fun.
That would be fun. I
I
haven't
did. I
seen
did one
anything
show.
from David for a while.
Well, I did one show that was about lawful and unlawful orders, and it got the highest hits of any show ever done on the internet.
Really? Wow.
Yep. Well, how many military have we got all around the world? That's first.
They're all
Number
over
two,
the place.
how many other people would be interested in that very thing, such as civilian, police, fire, etc.? Okay. Number three, how many individuals want to know what's going on to the point where they would listen to it as well? Nah,
Wow.
I got 750 million hits on that.
Wow.
Yeah, wow,
Well,
that's what I said.
let's
I had to
see.
go on
Yeah.
radio. I had to go on radio shows and answer for myself.
It says, "How about inviting Kara Cassidy?" I've been on interviewed by Kara Cassidy, and I've interviewed Kara Cassidy in probably, geez, it's over a year now.
I can ask her.
That's not out of the realm of possibilities, but she's very knowledgeable, and
How come Big Dipper is in this?
let me see. Let's see if we can get this one. With the Earth spinning,
Yeah.
how come the Big Dipper is in the same spot out my bedroom window? And really, how does that work with astrology? Good
Okay, well, let
question.
me ask you a question. What's your location?
Well, I think she's in Washington, the state of Washington.
State of Washington? The Earth is flat. The stars and planets are frequencies. Really? I think the whole thing's imaginary, but that's just me. With the Earth spinning, how come the Big Dipper is in the same spot out my bedroom window? And really, how does that work with astrology? Okay, this planet, figure over 8,000 miles per hour spin. Then you got the thing going through space. You add the two together and you create a vortexical reactance, and that's what you're seeing. Ha ha. Go figure that one out.
Well, say that word again.
Vortexical reactance.
Vortexical reactance. So it's a vortex.
No.
No. So what's vortex?
Different than,
Reactions. I can't say it.
than the reactance I'm talking about. I'm talking about a side effect that makes it seem like the thing's in the same place when it really isn't.
Okay.
That's once on the third because any problem.
How long do people need to be prepared for food shortages until replicators will be delivered?
Oh, I don't know. Anywhere from a few weeks. Depends on where you are, what the situation is, and whether or not ET is aware of the impacts that certain things are going to have. And the thing about it is that I would suggest, and this is my suggestion, anywhere from 3 weeks to a year. Depends on where you're at, how easy it is to get to and from you. Now, what you got to remember is that when we come out of 3D, there's going to be a very heavy reaction weather-wise suddenly. It only lasts for a few hours even, maybe a day if that. And when that happens, you might not have a road or an airport or whatever to get to and from. So that's why I suggest that you have stuff on hand. Okay?
Oh, okay. All right, there was something else here that I saw.
Oh,
wait a minute. Have you heard? Well, that's a different one. I haven't, so maybe you know this one. Where did it go?
What?
Here. I was looking for this question. Have you heard of the mark of Janus? Janus.
Yeah.
Different. If so, what does it mean?
You need to look it up. You need to look it up. You need to look it up.
I could care less.
Well, I can't help you then. Or won't.
Well, somebody else can. Somebody else can look it up.
Somebody out there needs to look that up so that she can have the definition. Now, the only problem with the definition is that it takes the better part of a textbook for the definition.
Oh, okay. Somebody is asking me what type of water I drink, and I'll tell you this. This is called Wata, and I don't. I do drink it, but I'm not an affiliate with them. They don't do that sort of thing. But if you do choose to purchase some, please tell them that you heard about it from me. I'd appreciate that. Maybe then I can talk them out of a bottle or two or something. I don't know. But it's only fair. So yeah, and it's electron charged, and it's fifth phase water, which is water that has a gas that's infused into it that's fifth phase, and so it's much more readily absorbed than any other water. So anyway, enough on that. And I, like I said, I don't sell it, and I don't even have affiliate link with them. But if you do it or try it, tell them where you found out about it.
Oh, I got it. There's one here that talks about deep state putting a bomb on the moon.
What? Oh
So
my
it
goodness.
says,
Wait a minute. Here we go. Let me put it up there. Okay. Did the deep state put a bomb on the moon? Will that affect the Earth if detonated? I'm sure it would. I mean,
you can't detonate something yet that you ain't got. And ET collected that mother and dissected it. And the people that did the dissection started laughing out loud, and I heard it. It was that loud. There was a whole bunch of them just laughing their butts off. And I asked them what's going on, and they told me they took that bomb apart. I said, "Oh no!" And they said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Now you see why it's so hilarious." Firecrackers, indeed.
Mhm. Let me see here.
Blow up cricket factories.
Oh, they're starting to put crickets in food without telling people. But if you look down the ingredient list, I mean, it's horrific. I mean, I don't want to eat crickets. I'm sorry. So stay away from processed foods if you can.
Yeah, it's a no-no.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
What's
Dot
this one?
connector. Ta-da.
Oh, did she ask a question? Did I miss it? Let's see. Would Drake advise me to change my plans for major road trips in October?
Well, here's the thing. You're in the last month now before the transition, so you may not get to the point where you want to make a road trip.
Oh, she got back in. Okay.
Woohoo! I'm here. She had to fight Gail off to get in.
She did not. You're a troublemaker, Drake.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
lying. He's dying, Dr. Connector. You know.
Hey, I like it.
Anyway.
I like that.
Let's see. Oh,
There's
here's
a question right above the one that you just said.
Okay. Dot Connector wants you to sing the song. What the world needs
I said,
now.
what the hell?
Love, sweet love. You didn't see it, huh? Okay. Well,
What?
anyway.
Didn't see
What
who.
Dot Connector wanted us to sing the song "What the World Needs Now" because that's what the title of our show was. What we need now with Drake Bailey and Gail of Gaia. So we were gonna say what the world needs now is love, sweet love, and that's why.
Love, sweet love.
There you go. Keep going. Come on, more. Hey, Drake can
boy.
sing. Anyway, okay. Next question. Drake, last night, just before midnight, I was outside having a smoke. I seen a huge red light in the sky here in Queensland, Australia. I went to get my iPad to take a picture, but it was gone. What was it?
Some of our friends playing games. That's the question, by the way, that I thought was neat.
Okay, here's another one. What is the time frame of the global currency reset?
About the same time as the quantum banking system goes into effect. That should be sometime this month. I hope. Because when that happens, all of the finance people that have been doing the nasty things with their money lose all their money. Woo!
That'll be fun, won't it? Okay. They're going, is the military preparing for civil unrest to happen during the EBS because of the overturning of the 2020 selection?
Yes. They're looking at it seriously, and the reason they are is because Biden's got a big mouth, and he likes to say a lot of things that he doesn't have any clue about. Time for a gold currency gone. I
Let
answered
me
that
see.
one. Wow,
What's
I
going to
answered that.
happen to all medical workers? Okay, here's one for you. What's going to happen to all of us medical workers after the med bed comes out?
Well, you're going to be the technician on the med beds. What do you think? You think you're going to get let off light? You get to deal with masses at their finest. You know, dirty underwear and all. These people have changed bedpans. I know they have. More of a relationship than I always worked in. I just. Oh, anyway, you're going to be
Okay, let's see
you're
what
going to be
this.
involved with the med beds directly. Number two, you're going to be schooled in high level ET technical medicine, and as your schooling goes along, you can go along. It's going to be
Okay,
fun. Oh,
Soul says, I'm excited about taking classes in 4D. What can I expect? What can my semi-awake college student expect? What about my mom, who is frail and barely walking? How can we help those who are asleep?
well, forget the people that are asleep. They'll wake up when the alarm clock goes off. Now, uh, what about my mom who is frail, barely walking? Um, Most of these people are like between 70 and 90 or 70 and 100 or thereabouts, like me. And the med bed will restore that person. Now, I want you to consider a real simple equation: 1,000 years. Dun-dun-dun-dun. If you take 1,000 years, what part of 78 years makes that up? You're going to turn it. She's going to turn into a kid again.
I can live with that.
Okay. I'm excited about the 40 class. What can I expect? Okay, all of the things that you were suspicious about, and all of the things that everybody has poo-pooed and said no, 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 and most of the things that they said you can't do that is what will be explained to you as far as you want to go in terms of detail. It's up to you about that. Okay, or you
Okay.
want me to answer some more? Okay. What can my semi-awake college student expect? Surprises.
Okay, let's see what this one. I think I missed this one. Will the people just go to sleep wherever they are? Like, what if they're
No,
driving down the road or eating a meal? They just zonk out.
that sounds messy. You'd be driving down the road with breakfast on the console and go to sleep. I mean, I hope your eggs are scrambled and not over easy. You're talking about messy. Um, no, people will go about their normal routine until such time as they go to sleep. Then they may not wake up for two days or something or three. Okay. And then they'll wake up and they go, whoo, things is really different. I can feel it. I can taste it. I can smell it. Ooh.
Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. Let me see if I can find another question. Oh, here's a good one. I meant to put this one up. That will the transition wipe the hard drives on our PCs and other tech if so we can do anything to protect our hard drives?
You don't
May
need to
have an
protect.
extension.
You're not going to have your systems very much longer. After you go through the transition, everybody gets new communications devices and, as we call them, PCs. Quantum level. Ooh.
They're just going to provide them to everybody?
Yeah.
ET, or are they being manufactured on the planet now?
ET. We don't need to manufacture stuff. ET's already got it made. All we got to do is help them unload the mothership.
Wow. Will the air, land, and ocean be cleaned with the solar flare, or will that happen with the ET? Or is
New
there new technology after?
combination depends on what it is that needs to be cleaned. But the air, land, and sea are sentient. Think about this now, beings, and they know who's taking a dump in their mess kit. Among other things, they'll tell ET, and ET go snatch them up by the whatever's. Um, it'll happen. You can clean some of it, some of the minor stuff, as fast as a solar flare, or you're going to have longer term problems such as the plastics. And anybody wants to look at the plastics? Look up nanoplastics. It's in all the fish you eat, and most of the animals you eat, and most of the plants you consume. The stuff, it's everywhere. It's like Santa Claus is everywhere. You know, one of those things. It's not nice. Plasticization of living cells is a big no-no in ET medical circles. So they'll probably remedy that. Would.
Boy, oh boy. Okay. Let's see. Will. Oh, okay. We asked that one already. Okay.
Already did that.
Let me see what's next.
Next.
Okay. Let's see what else we got going on here. What's this one here? Drake, I forgot when or about the date is for the transition to start. Well, we're going to be careful about those dates.
Try. It was 11/3, and ET told me it was switched to 10/3, so it's 30 days. You're close. That's somewhere around there. It's supposed to be the absolute end date of the happening. So it could be sooner or later, in between.
Is it the result of something that ET will do, or is it the result something the sun will do?
No, this is
Or
this
what's going to make this happen?
the transition is a combination of things that are so complex. I don't want to try to describe them, but I'll give you a heads up as to what it is. Everybody knows about the evolutionary process. That's similar to what we are going to experience, only this is on a cosmic basis. We get to zing along in our spaceships and watch the moon change color.
Well, someone is.
Well,
Okay, here's another one for you. Soul's asking, I would like to be a blonde, but blue-eyed with long legs and a tiny waist instead of dark hair, dumpy, and short-legged. Can I manifest this, or am I stuck in this body?
You would have to go before the medical board and ask them about it. That's as much as I really am free to say about that. But yes, it's possible.
Well, we see.
I asked him if I could be bulletproof, and he said, "Sure, but you won't feel nothing." I said, No, can't have that. I like it when my wife tickles me.
Okay. Will we see people that have passed after this transition in 5D?
Maybe. Best thing to do on that is to wait until you transition to 5D and request audience. Hey, Dad, hey, Uncle Smurf or whoever it is, come on down, man. We're having a party down here on Earth. And he'll go, really? And I said, yeah. It'll be fun. Let's put it that way.
Rick wants a bigger shoe size.
Now, here's the thing. Somebody that has physically died and gone to the next dimension knows everything that took place in that dimension. So if you wasn't a good little boy, they're liable to tell you all about it.
Okay, here's another one for you. To help us understand where we are going in the next few years, is there a movie or movies you would recommend?
If you want to understand the concept of what we're going to experience, see Contact. You wonder where these great big things come to Earth, all over the Earth, and this one lady figures it out and takes care of business, and it's great. And that will give you the basis for a combination of the morality, that's one, and the science involved in it, where science, the physical acts that we're used to, actually become an ideology that you can play games with.
So, are you talking about the movie Contact with Jodie Foster?
Jodie Foot, no.
Oh, you're talking about a different one.
That's a new one.
Oh, there's a new one?
No, Arrival. That's the name of it. Arrival. Excuse me. Not Contact.
Oh, okay.
I screwed it up. I made a mistake. Oh my God! Write it down. You might not get another chance at getting me.
Oh, I don't know. I got a pretty long list here.
You know what you can do it yourself. You.
Okay. Here's a killer question. What will you do if the transition doesn't occur by 10/3/2022?
Very simple. I have informed ET that we have enough warriors to start Civil War II, and that will be the answer to that question if they don't perform as they have said they would do.
So somebody's gonna be in big trouble, right?
You're talking 100,000 people down here that are experts on battlefields, that have combat experience, that have been fully, sometimes trained further than what they were supposed to be. I wasn't supposed to be trained near where I am, and yet I did it. I got there anyway. And what was funny was, the person that had the hijinks would bang clearance told me, he said, "Oops." Oh yeah.
What you gonna do?
In short, he got it caught in his zipper.
Okay. I think we've answered this before, but has the reincarnation trap run by the regressives been taken down?
No.
It hasn't?
No. They
Well, a lot of people are saying it
hold
has.
on a
That's
minute.
why.
The regressives don't have anything to say about that. They'd like to, but they don't. What's interesting is that it's not a trap, but a choice, and you have to be offered the choice. If you're not offered the choice, it takes no effect. You're not forced. So therefore, the trap, well, I think I just sprung it. Yeah, I am part of a reincarnation or an incarnation program that is run by ET, and the people that run it are really sharp.
Well, I don't like the whole idea really in some ways, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay. Well, we lost dot connector again. Are we just waking up from the physical reality and restoring to our oversoul?
Sort of. That happens at the transition more than any other thing. You wake up and you go, "Holy moly, what's this? There's something different, and I don't know what it is. I'm gonna go fool around in the kitchen and find out what it is." Go in the kitchen, try to make coffee after that. Go ahead.
Will
Yes.
people with autism be healed by the med beds?
All of the major problems that people have of that type will be taken care of. Okay. All of them. It's cancer. That's one of them.
Let's see where we at here.
Oh boy, there's
Okay.
somebody talking about people becoming naked on a stage.
Oh, well, I didn't see that one yet. Okay, I'm trying to.
Will unnatural items disappear with the solar flare, such as plastic containers and maybe your underwear and other things, and you don't know it? That's going to be fun to watch to see how they go. Depending on who it is, you get to see. That is.
Yeah, well, that was this question. That question there about will items disappear?
Yeah, that's it.
Um,
Sure.
what about? Oops. Wait a minute. I hit the wrong.
What about oops? I don't know about
What
oops.
about oops? It
I
says
know
no
a lot.
wasps and mosquitoes. I don't know.
All of the things that are useless, and by that I mean do not produce something, will disappear in terms of animals and bugs and things of that nature. The microbes that we've been told that we have had so many of, they weren't there to begin with, and so it'd be fairly easy to get rid of them.
Wow. Okay, deceased loved ones returning. Any truth to that? If so, like since what years? That's kind of we already sort of answered that with a different question, but
Well, when you transition, when somebody goes through death into another dimension, and like I'm in 3D, and you're talking to somebody in 4D, you can talk to them and have a perfectly normal conversation, like I'm talking to y'all right now. And very simply, if they're astute, the individual you're talking to is astute at all, and most of them are, uh, you can just about guarantee that they know everything that went on in the time that they were here. So they could say, "Well, I remember stuff about you, and you was little, and I bet you don't want to remember." I said, "You're right, you're right."
well, we still have to pay property tax. Well, if you got property, I guess I don't have property tax because I don't. But
No,
you
what
shouldn't
you're
have to
gonna have,
pay that anyway. That was illegal a long time ago.
what you're
Oh
gonna
no.
have is a new financial system that precludes that sort of idiocy. You already paid for it once, why keep paying for it?
Here's another question. Mental disorders, will they be helped by the med beds?
Absolutely. Everything that if you're some kind of a ding, 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 or whatever, you can be all the dinging you want. You can be all the funny you want. You can be all the underdeveloped that have come out, and yet all these things all of a sudden sort of have a tendency to mitigate. Now, not necessarily instantly, but over small period of time, and I don't mean very long, all these things go away. Now, it would be nice if my retarded son, uh, whom I adopted, would be able to talk to me like I'm talking to you guys right now. We converse, and that's a mystery because we had a conversation in front of the speech therapist, lost it. Well, we got the better guy. He brought in a super duper. He couldn't get it. Well, if you don't know how to listen with perception, you don't get it. Now, mental disorders, well, 9 times out of 10, and I'll let you know this up front, you're shy of some kind of mineral, vitamin, or some such in your system. And that causes, like I said, 90%, 90%. The other 10% uh, are created by anomalies in the way things are wired. The med beds fix that as well. So enjoy.
All will be good.
Oh, I'm telling you, you talk about something, they'll think this is a golden age when it hasn't even got here yet. Golden age starts in 5D, guys. Woo. So the learn the classes in 4D and get through them, the quicker we can have a big crowd ready, chomping at the bit, ready to go, go, go.
So what should people be doing right now to help make that happen?
To help, okay. Number one, eat decent food. That precludes all of your preparation horse manure that's out there. 90% of it ain't fit for human consumption, according to their standards, not mine. The reason I live up here where I do in the mountains is that they don't believe in chemicals. You want to shoot their cow up with something, they'll liable to shoot at you with a gun. Uh, they don't believe in artificial artificial nutrients. Now that's the chemistry that goes on cornfields and stuff a lot. Okay, therefore, and this is the key to this, you get free range grass fed animals. It don't matter if you're eating mutton or beef or whatever. You get free range goodies on all of that. Okay. The second part of it is they don't put chemicals like crazy on the plants that they grow. You want sweet corn that tastes like the sweet corn you had when you was a kid, and the ear is so big around you could use it for a telescope. Oh, and it's so sweet and so tender. You don't, in some cases, you ain't even got to cook it. And you don't want to put butter on that. Anyway, um,
All
so
right.
the stuff that the store gets, if it's funky, and some one of them little old ladies will try it, and if the cat turns their nose up at it, nobody will buy it, and you get a whole section in the meat department. It just sits there. Nobody will get the stuff. It's very simple. So consequently, um, I eat a lot of what they have up here. Now, I do not, unless you're used to the idea, recommend getting possum belly on your pizza. And yes, I have seen pizza parlors that advertise that they have possum belly if you really got to have
Hmm.
it. Well,
Okay.
I don't eat possum, so I don't have no clue. I think they're ugly, nasty,
Think
but they're
it
not.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Okay, here's a question for you. Are they planning a scary event worse than 9/11? Is the event really going to cause harm against humanity here in the US, or just another false flag?
Operation Blue Beam. You will comply. To resist is futile. I mean, you heard all that stuff. Well, they got to have, first of all, they got to have clouds. Secondly, they got to have a willing populace that wants to believe some kind of stuff like that. Would you believe a big voice speaking out of the clouds going, "Thou shalt get on your knees, Nate"? I don't think so. I think they had enough of that. So, no,
Okay, here's what will happen in Mexico.
everything changes all over the whole planet, not just Mexico, all of North and South America and Central America changes, and all of the things that people have had in the past change with it. Society, governance, finance, and more. So they these are drastic changes, and I mean when I say drastic, I mean drastic. Uh, I mean something so drastic it'd make a earthquake look mild.
Hmm.
Oh, she's digging.
Uh-oh. Yeah. I was trying to answer someone said they had a question sent to me an email, and my internet was off most of the day, so I haven't had a chance to even go through all of that. So I can't really do that question. Now, when you say sensitive, if it's something that would censor my channel, I can't ask it. But I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'll look for it.
Oh boy, there's
Okay,
one
here's
from
one.
out here. Do
Do
your
our guardian
guardian
angels stay with us in 5D?
Yes, they got it. The guardian angel's responsibility is to see to it that you get the smoothest trip possible in terms of transition from 3 to 4. They'll soothe your fears and say, "It's all right, man. Just cool it. Watch this." do, and I push a button, and you go, well, that's cool. Yeah, well, now I teach you how to push the button that isn't there. Ooh, and you go, yeah, that's not okay. In 5D, it goes even further. So, what you need to do is prepare your mind and your being and your beliefs to a system that is real. You'll find out what that is at the transition. I ain't gonna say no more.
Okay, here's a question. People in Mexico don't have the money to prepare for a year of food. What will happen to poor people?
Well, think about that for everywhere. Think about the people in the city who don't know how to grow a bean. I mean, you've got a serious problem, and the problems are deadly if you let them be that way. Now, I don't like to play games with food shortages because it ain't a game. If you don't eat, believe me, I've gone without food for a week. I've gone without water for 3.5, 4 days in the highlands, the mountains of Vietnam. It gets 130 in the shade. Oh, you just love that. What will happen to the poor people? Well, the people that live in the area that would be most affected. All right. And by that, I'm saying in Vietnam, as an example, they were used to that stuff. So here's what we got to look for. We have to look for the situation to be able to be answered before the situation occurs. That's futurism. Futurism is real nice. You already got a can of beans when you need one, or whatever it may be, and it goes from there. The people that would starve to death ain't gonna go hungry. Put it there. Okay.
Okay. I would just like to mention this one about Jim Warren. We've been using his pictures. I've been able to use them with his permission, and they're beautiful pictures. And the picture that we have behind Drake and I right now is called What the World Needs Now. And it's a simple message for a complicated world. And Jim is an amazing artist. If you haven't looked him up, go ahead and look him up. Anyway, okay.
Okay. Now what?
Now let's see what's next here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we said that one already. Sorry.
Uh-huh. Next.
Next, and we did that one. Will we fly around in 5D? Wait a minute, that was supposed to come up. That's what somebody asked. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, shoot, there it is.
You can, yes. But you're going to have to be schooled as to how to do that, because if you ain't schooled, you're going to bump your head on the concrete on the porch and the roof when you oh no, we need to go up. Now, Avatar is a good movie to watch. While he was being trained, he had that poor dragon flying upside down. Oh, fly straight! Oh my, it was hilarious. So.
Somebody's asking, will Amazon and Walmart eventually be gone? They hurt so many small businesses.
Yeah.
They flourished while they put all the small businesses out of business.
Amazon and Walmart will become distribution centers for small business. How's that grab you? I wasn't supposed to tell that one, but I did it anyway. And ET probably will smack me down for it sometime or another. You haven't lived until you've had somebody like Valiant Thor get in your face and go, "What is the matter with you?" But. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've talked to Valiant Thor?
Yes. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. You can ask all you want, but that's all I can say.
Well, what if I asked, how is he doing? Good. Okay. And you didn't even say anything, huh?
Can't say no more. Can't say no more.
Okay. Will the flash blow out the chips in our cars?
No.
No.
You're not going to have damage to things what you're going to have is the offer of a replacement for the things that are outdated. All of the things you're familiar with, such as chips, for instance, or whatever, are going to be almost instantaneously outdated. Do you realize how many computers, desktops, and whatnot they're going to have to come up with? Smartphones, to replace the pieces of junk that you got that don't work anymore. Ooh,
Wow.
you're talking
I
about
know.
this. I gave you a job. I'll give you a good job. You're going to get to operate the forklift from the mothership to West Texas.
Wow.
Yes, indeedy.
Okay. I think I have a.
Oh boy.
Here's somebody else asking. We've asked this before, and I think that I would. Mm, are we
I
better
like
off to
when
keep our money in the bank or take it out as cash?
we take it out as cash on a regular basis. Now, we got one here in the chat that says, question, well and lively with Land Ray or something like that.
We don't know.
Question, how do we know what are friendly ETs versus U.S. military or negative ETs? Well, first of all, U.S. military is angle qualified. Number two, there's a little proof, and the proof is the interaction between you and the ET. You'll know what I mean when you need to know. That's the neat part about this. What you really need to know to protect yourself, to make sure that your loved ones are safe, people you care about, like I care about Gail, uh, are not going to be harmed by some kind of vampire who wants to bite you on the neck, that sort of crap. Well, yeah, they're real. And
Yeah, they are.
consequently, how do we know what are friendly ETs versus the bad ones? Um, First of all, when you transition from 3 to 4, you become intuitive, and that means that you can tell what somebody's intent, purpose, and what they want to do is all about long before you get close to them, even. Okay, so they're going to be at a great disadvantage in that respect. And
Wow.
every person, each and every one of us podunks out here is going to be able to tell what they're up to before they get to where they're going.
Wow. What does ET do for fun? Do they have
Oh
fun?
boy. Well, they dance, play music. And there are some of the best jokesters as far as laugh-in or some kind of comedy club goes that you've ever come across. And can you imagine?
Hmm.
I want you to imagine this. You gotta keep your thoughts together. Think about a roller coaster ride that's unlimited. Won't hurt you, but it's unlimited. Scare the out of you, but it won't hurt you. Yeah. Now you begin to get, think about a pool slide that don't have any ending. That,
I don't even know how to say that one, Drick. Is a
dodecahedron, no. The power source is the tetrahedron because it's the original four-sided triangle. Everybody can go look that up. Now, that'd really keep busy. If you form an equilateral triangle, then you replicate it so that you got one, two, and a third one on this side over here. The bottom becomes a side two. You just created 4 sides from 3. Whoops. Yeah, you can puzzle about it. Now think about a triangle. My hand just doesn't make a very good fit anyway. And put another one up against it so that they lean against it. These are equilateral triangles. And you create on this side over here another one. That's 3. Ever hear of a 4-sided triangle? Look up the tetrahedron in the ancient archives. What?
okay. Will
What?
we be healed by the transition? All illness gone?
Most of it. Not like 99% is gone. There's going to be some special cases where you need extra things and all that, but mostly yes. Oh,
Okay, so
with the
the brothers,
Jetsons.
the Jetsons came out. They'll be flying those hover cars around. What do you think about that? Is there truth to
I
that?
think that's absolutely true. Why
I heard
wish you up?
I heard David Wilcock was involved in making those cars or vehicles or
Not
whatever they're
exactly.
called.
Not exactly.
Okay.
He took my designs and fabricated some things and put some other things together and made a 3D whatchamacallit out of it. And he thought it was a good idea. And he had some ideas he wanted to add to it, and that's where it went.
Okay. Here's somebody. We need to clarify. It's not violent Thor. It's valiant Thor.
Yeah, valiant Thor. He's not violent, but his military man is he's a real mother. Oh, he
Okay.
is. Valiant Thor, the one who saved President Kennedy. Yes. He also met with Eisenhower.
Here's one for
And
you
if
too.
you look online, and you got to look this up, if you look online, you can find that interview that they had together, part of it. The rest of it's classified. But it, and he still looks the same today as he did way back then.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? He spent quite a bit of time at the Pentagon too, as I understand it, in the 50s. Okay, are shapeshifters real?
Yes,
Okay.
I can shift my shape. All I got to do is adjust my appetite. I quit eating and my belly goes down.
It kind of works that way for most people, I think. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Do you want to take a quick little break?
I sure do.
Okay, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back shortly. Couple minutes. Be right back. Okay. It appears that we're back. Hi, everybody. We're back. So I just running the ticker tape and
Remember the little girl putting her fingers on the TV? They're back.
yeah. All right,
Oh,
let's see.
boy.
Go back to the chat and see what else we got going on.
Fun and games.
Oh, somebody's talking about. Pretty sure Gail doesn't smoke, though I think she did at one time. She's a dietitian and I'm big health and nutrition and big on health and nutrition. Yeah, I prefer to call myself a nutritionist. I don't like dietitian, but anyway, yes, that's very true. And I did smoke when I was younger. I had the bad habit. Took quite a while. What do you mean, cheap? Look at you! Look at you! Look at you! Yeah, that was one of the hardest things I ever had to do to quit because I must have tried. I mean, tried. I stopped about 6 or 7 times and started again because I thought I could bum one and just not, and it wouldn't be a big deal, but it is a big deal. I can't. I don't bum cigarettes. So because I guess I just don't have any self-control over when I do that, so I don't do it. Anyway, okay, let's see, what are we talking about? Let's see, what will happen to all the narcissist people? I guess that's a mental disorder too. They'll probably be helped, right?
It depends on how deep the disease goes. If it's just a thought process, that'll be cured rather easily. It's not difficult for ET. Now, if you want to have some real fun, some of them are going to need their brains rewired.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Has anyone noticed the double layered clouds in the skies, almost like a 3D movie, including city like scapes that go upward, to landscapes in one, not normal. Been around a while, and this is all new.
Yeah.
The clouds have been looking different. They really have. I mean, some of them look more like they did when I was a kid, as opposed to the kind from the chemtrails. But that's a whole different aspect. He's talking about something really different.
Now, you remember seeing this? I'm sure people have seen the pictures of the cities in the sky.
Yeah.
Some of that is real cities in the sky. Now, that does not mean that they are there. It may be from a distant planet that's coming from. You don't know. That'll give you something homework.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Candidly, thanks for explaining that. Apparently, somebody asked if I smoke too. No, I don't. Thank you, though. I used to, so I don't judge anyone by that because I'd be a hypocrite if I did. So anyway, it is very hard to quit. There's no doubt about that. I saw my mom quit first, and then my dad. I didn't think he was ever going to quit, but eventually he did. But they have both passed, and by the way, they're being buried together this weekend in Wisconsin. So anyway, that's a whole nother story. Okay, here is, should everyone with a mortgage payment stop paying to make the stinky bankers go down faster?
No, you're going to see that this month, supposedly.
The bankers go away?
Yeah. Well, you have to understand, they got to have a bank and they got to have a system. And when those things disappear, it kind of puts them in a trick bag.
Wow. Let's see, what else we got here?
Mortgage payment stop paying.
Okay, here's somebody's asking this one. Are the people that are telepathic now or animal communicators, etc., are they already in 4D?
No, not yet. 4D in here yet. 4D
So they're
transition.
So they just have these abilities already.
Everybody, let me explain. Developed. Everybody, I don't care who it is, has the capability to communicate with animals and plants. Period. And the communication can be as intricate as a discussion that we might have on this show, or it can be just wow, man, you're a beautiful flower, and you pet the petals a couple of times, and the flower perks up and gets bigger. Play classical music to a plant, and it tries to get to the music. The same with animals. So there is a world of communication in in these forms that people are sorely lacking. Used to be commonplace back in the day. It's not commonplace at all now. Like horse whisperer or whatever. These are the people that will probably be involved in communication once the transition takes place.
Okay, somebody is asking here. Jeffrey Langstaff asked it, and then Sandy put it up too. Why are we not hearing about the transition all over? Why? What? I don't know what you mean by that. Is that trying to
nobody but us is talking about it. Nobody but us puts on a show and says, "Hey, guess what? You're going to have an acid trip in a few weeks," or something.
I didn't think of that, Drake. You could be right there. Yeah.
Well, you got to understand the ideology of reality. Physical things like desks and computers and all that is to some extent an illusion. Bear that in mind, and fasten your seatbelt. Put your tray in the upright position.
Yeah. Somebody said, define, Lenny, define transition.
Transition, a change from one situation and condition to another one. Some people go backwards. For some people, there is no help. I think that some of the politicians may have a real problem there. But transition means that you transpose one reality for another one in a very smooth, orderly manner. This is to be a smooth, orderly transition. Nothing less will do. And it's not anything anybody has any control over because it's, I don't know. I'm going to screw everybody's mind up. It's hereditary. It's in your DNA. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh.
You're already infected. How about that?
Okay. Somebody, Soul says, I have heard that we are transforming the earth and the galaxy is too. Is this true?
Yes. When you put out a positive vibe, such as a nice positive thought, it alters the reality of this desk and the walls in here and the computers that we're using and etc. So think of it this way. The parable of the basket of the candle under the basket. They put a candle under a basket, and they took the basket off and looked at that, and they said, "Wow!" And the teacher said, "Look how much darkness fleeth the light." I'm just going to leave it. Look it up. It's in the Bible. They got that. They get some things right in the Bible, not all of them, but some of them.
Interesting. Okay. Well, will there be both 4D positive and 4D negative?
No. What happens in the transition is that everybody goes. However, just because you want to go to 4D does not necessarily mean that you reap the benefits of that. Those people who are absolute negative, they don't get to go anywhere. They're going to have they're going to take a long walk off a short pier and get all wet behind here.
Somebody's asking if they have to pay taxes after selling a house.
No.
Okay. A lot of problems are going to be going away. I have empathetic abilities such as psychic. Okay.
And it depends on what you do with it as to whether or not that increases, decreases, or changes. In other words, if you're healing people, putting your hands on them or whatever, or even at a distance, looking at somebody's condition and adjusting things that impact that condition, then you're using the positivity.
Will there be a benevolent UBI?
What is a UBI?
Universal basic income, I think.
Oh, really? You're not going to have a universal basic income. You're going to have the food you need, the water you need, and things of that nature. A place to live. You know, those things you will find you can provide as well as others.
When is the MSM going to report real news?
Oh, just about a day or two before they get turned off. Think about it. CNN's got this big boy, and all of a sudden, clunk. They go, "What happened? What happened? It don't. Nothing works anymore." Ooh.
Have the souls of the animals and Gaia already transitioned to 5D?
No, 5D, 4D is not
Not
here
here
yet. Go through 4D to get to 5, and then from 5 you get the quantum leap to 6. You remember 369? You ever hear that? Oh,
Yeah.
well, 3. We're in 3 now. Oh, we're going as far as we can in 3. That means we've got 4 and 5 and 6.
So we're just getting started.
Oh yeah, and believe me, the roller coaster ride is something else.
Yeah. Okay. What's this question? Are we staying on this Earth or are we going to another Earth?
We're staying here. The whole thing, including the whole of our solar system, is part of the transition.
Now, there are some people out there that are saying that if we stay on this Earth, we're going to be crispy critters. That's
No.
what some
No.
people say.
No, that comes from the origins of the Great Earth changes, and those things have been largely negated, and even in the possibility. So with the possibility gone, it is extremely unlikely that you're going to have any kind of funky things going. That includes sea rise, earthquakes, great storms, and humanity blowing itself up with atomic weapons. Just so you'll know.
Okay, here's another one. How come we don't hear anything from Tolik anymore?
He's busy.
He's busy. Is that what you said, or he's
busy? I talked to the main science officer, which goes by the name of Tolik, and that main science officer is busier than whatever, busier than a cat trying to cover it up on the interstate at rush hour, dodge, jump, run, whatever.
I used to know somebody used to say that all the time.
And the thing about this is quite simple. I don't bother those people upstairs unless I got a specific question. I don't have random fun and games, normal conversation like we do with them, because I know what they're up against, and it's pretty amazing what they're doing.
Okay, Drake. So we have the God spark in our DNA.
Yes, you got to. If you don't, you're not live. And if you ain't live, people can tell by the smell.
Okay.
Yeah, well, dead people have a tendency to be stinking.
Was Martin Luther a psyop?
No, he was real people, and he did real things, and he made some real changes, and he brought some stuff to light and enlightened a whole bunch of people.
I know what you were going to say. When will Canada finally see Trudeau go bye-bye?
When you grab him by his whatevers and toss him in the ocean and ask him to start swimming.
See, like people are afraid to do that sort of thing. That's what appears to be needed but these people are protected. You can't just go up to them and snag them and
What do you do with 17 million people when they decide they're going to toss you in the ocean? The best thing to do for an individual in that situation is to turn around, jump in themselves, and swim like crazy so the sharks don't get them.
oh, this is okay. Do you? I don't know where that came. Do you have a joke to palm tree laugh?
Yeah.
Okay.
The best thing I can tell you about that is a rat palm. That's a certain kind of palm tree. Is ticklish. I don't care how you want to define it any other direction, but they're ticklish. The reason I say they're ticklish is I have seen what the rats do when they jump on the palm, and it starts giggling. There's your joke. Get you some rats and throw them at a rat palm.
Alrighty then. Okay, moving right along.
You ain't lived until you see a palm tree bust up laughing. Now, more than that, certain storms down in Florida at certain places will actually allow the palm trees to dance. And you want to see something that's freaky? There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that one.
All you got to do is go down to Warm Mineral Springs, Florida. That's down by Northport, and wait for the proper storm, and you'll see it. How do I know? I've seen it. I didn't believe it either. I went and got a friend of mine and said, is that for real? Am I seeing? And he said, no, that's real.
Okay, next question. Okay. What about our higher self, guides, angels, guardians? Do we all have them? And how do we contact them?
Well, when you get in touch with your higher self through meditation, and certain exercises thereof, you get in touch with your higher self. Your higher self is in touch with guides, angels, guardians, etc. So we all got them. You just have to figure out how to say, hey, I'm here. Now, I want to suggest something. Gail was nice enough to post my books on her webpage, and I will tell you right now that those books are study materials to get you there.
My website is rather limited because I haven't been able to keep up with everything, and I have asked if there was anyone out there that would help with that, but so far there aren't anyone who does. I guess everybody's more ready to criticize than to help. But anyway, it's they're still there. So anyway, how do we see the hidden folk, gnomes, elves, and leprechauns?
You have to adjust your perception to a point where you don't have the limitation. Now, the limitation is the same thing as remote viewing. Think about that very closely. Look up remote viewing and study it, and it will give you the answers to that. You'll be able to see the little people. You'll be able to see the gremlins that don't exist.
Okay. Well, I sure think they exist sometimes. I swear I can't find things. Anyway,
especially when you get your computer, right?
Does time exist?
And smack him all around.
Does time exist in 4D and 5D?
Yes, but it is ET time, or what would be known as universal time, which is a considerable difference in terms of the way we perceive time and the way it really is, and the quanta that it exists as.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Simple question, convoluted answer.
Wow. Okay. Here's one for you. All right. You want to make a prediction?
No,
or take bets or anything like that.
the place where so you'll know the place where the market, better known as as Wall Street, along with all the other markets, all of them When the Dow reaches 29.5 and goes under, it falls over. Now, when that happens, take a guess. But now you know
Hmm.
that's when the fun begins. Now, what you're going to have in the process is the quantum banking system will replace the system we have now with a system that is so far superior. Everybody's going to go to do what? You want me to hit the button sideways, and all that, and they won't know quite what to do with it. That's why you got a guide to help you understand what you can and can't do and how to go about it.
Wow. Okay. We have a long holiday weekend coming up here, don't we?
Yes, we do. And I'm going to do a show on Saturday just for the fun of it.
On your
My
Blog Talk
blog
Radio.
talk. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to
Let me
screw some minds
see. Okay. When will this Biden nightmare go away?
That should happen either shortly before or at the time of the transition. Now, I'm going to give you an idea as to what my show is going to be about. Nobody likes the Supreme Court. They're a bunch of fanatics and weirdo freakuses and like that. And dismantling the less dangerous accusation of rogue justices. Ooh. I'm gonna have fun with that. I'm gonna twist it into some politicians in such a manner they ain't felt anything like that in forever. I'm gonna have fun with it. Let's see whether or not I get tossed off the air.
Okay. Oh, well, I didn't get to see that, so I can't really comment. Here's a question for you. Did Lucifer turn to the light, or is he still with the dark side?
Okay. Being the light bearer, he couldn't have been with the dark side to begin with, and never was. I personally know Lucifer, and Lucifer is not the devil everybody thinks he is. It's like the way the mainstream media treats Trump. It's very similar. If you take a close look at it all, it even parallels it. So,
are you saying that Luciferianism is a good thing then?
if it's the honest Luciferianism, yes. If it's not, no. You have
What's the difference?
Well, you got white, and you got black magic, just that simple. Something is either, and there's a split right down the middle, similar to the the little thing we have over here that is between my picture and your picture. The separation. It is as stark as you can imagine between good and evil. If somebody was really truthfully or truly evil, um, it'd be obvious. However, when the church exercises its ability to denigrate something or someone or an entity, uh, there's little that people can do to ferret out the truth if they absolutely believe it, just like our mainstream media. Bear this all in mind because all of this is going to be brought out in detail for public consumption, both in the classes and on the information pages that are going to come up. How about that? Yeah, deep stuff. Noah, how long can you tread water? But boss. Yeah. What?
Let's see. I'm trying to find the right question here. I probably missed some, so I'll have to go back. Charlie Ward said there are 6 billion quantum phones ready to go out to everyone at no cost.
More than that. He just got the number. He just got the number. It's more like 600 billion. How many people we got on this planet? Well, you got to have an extra one in case somebody screws it up and drops it in the toilet or whatever, right? Therefore, 600 billion would be closer to correct.
Okay, I have somebody who wanted a question answered, only I don't know where it is. So, Doyle, if you have a question that I missed, I can't really find it right now. So why don't you just put it up again?
Just before the break, that's okay. Here's Doyle Wayne at the top of the chat.
Somebody's asking me about Patty, and if I'm going to have her on again. She's been very sick, and I don't like bothering her. She needs to get well, and we'll deal with it when the time is appropriate. So there are a lot of other sources out there as well. I know she's different, but
She'll be better than you think. Dark Outpost been shown to be putting, oh boy, out more and more disinfo. I don't listen to the show anymore.
Okay, let me see.
You're gonna have a plethora of good guys and bad guys, and the good guys are going to shine. I mean that literally. White outfits and the whole bit. The bad guys, not so much. They're going to be sort of like a weak shadow in a dark room.
Wow, this is something I didn't know. Kent said that Trump was bad and died on and that he died on Dark Outpost show. Now Kim Guggen was putting that out too, that the real Trump is dead.
Yeah.
I think he was pretty well protected. I wouldn't think he would be dead, and then somebody said, well, he died of cancer. Well, I think he would have access to a med bed, but anyway. Let's see what else we got here.
Oh boy.
What, you see a question? I don't see.
Normal? Somewhat normal, but again before the new year? We hope so.
Let's see. Is the moon? Oh, here's one. What's this one? Drake, is your free energy device that you have been working on ready to go out yet? My hubby is building that building thing.
No. I'm gonna make sure there's no glitches before I send it to anybody. Okay? In short, it's the way it's configured, it can't hurt anything, living, dead, or otherwise. Uh-oh.
Oh, somebody's asking this question. If someone is on trial for murder and he is guilty, or what if he's not guilty? When we transition, will the trial continue or will the murder disappear? The person didn't die anyway, but I don't know.
In some cases, yes. In some cases, no. There'll be a whole bunch of people that have been killed, murdered, or whatever, whether they're on the battlefield or whatever, who will be re-given life. That's the second part of the transition nobody knows about. And that's all I can say about it.
Well, it doesn't matter how a person dies; they still transition. They don't. There's no death. So anyway.
The real Tony Tell, so to speak. Yeah, yes, indeed.
Okay. Sent some question above from Rumble.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, I'm looking for.
Said her brain started coming out of her ear.
Okay. Yeah. Carrie Cassidy took on Kim Guggen and was basically calling her out on some of the things she said. especially when it was concerning 107. People are seem like even in the light worker community or perceived light workers, they're backbiting each other, or they seem to
Well,
be fighting
all need
with
to
each
quit.
other. What? What'd you say?
I say, yeah, y'all need to quit it.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I
Be
don't do it.
find something you can be supportive about and go for it.
Yeah, it seems like people love to be always want to be critical instead of trying to be helpful and encouraging and supportive. Finding fault all the time isn't exactly, or criticizing and complaining isn't exactly very high vibrational. So anyway,
Yeah.
let's see here. What do I got here?
Ooh.
Oops, what was this
Talk
one?
about the skin stretches and
If a person is wrongly accused of a crime and sent to jail, will they be exonerated?
yes, absolutely.
Okay. Um,
I've heard that only 1 in 3 people are really human.
um, I don't know about that one, but let's see. What percentage of humans is left? That's a. Oh, we've heard there
Yes.
a non-per people clones. I think that stands for star seeds, light workers, and humans. What percentage is humans?
What percentage is humans left? 3/4 of the population at minimum.
Okay, true light workers don't fight. That's true. I agree.
Oh yeah. Light workers got the best there is when it comes to taking on the bad guys.
Instead of trying to take on each other to boost themselves up, that's all ego.
Yeah.
How many
Mhm.
Oh, wait a minute. We kind of answered that already. Exact. Yeah. Sorry. Non-players.
From our solar system, that'd be fun.
I think I missed this. Is this a question? All people on this planet are not human. Talk about the skin stretchers and extras. Billions on this planet are soulless.
But you have to understand, soul is life force. It's the spirit that they lack. Bear that in mind. Uh-oh. Wild Hair is asking me a question in the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I can find it.
So, Drake, what are you going to do after the transition? You're going home? Well, I explain. You really want to know, Wild Hair? Here's the answer. I can't go home. My planet was blown up by the same nasties that put the magic on this planet. That's still controlling us until the transition. So I will be a wanderer.
Let's just say, is Trump a transition specialist?
No, you would like to be, but he can't get there. He don't know how.
Here's another good one too. So the overwhelming amount of people in prison are there for nonviolent crimes. Will they be released? And even in some of the sentences, the length of them is just so ridiculous. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
We
caught him with two them cigarette thingies and those joints, and he got 50 years apiece for them.
Oh my God! Yeah, I can't. It's just unbelievable. And some of the
well,
judges that gave out sentences like that, they need to spend some time where they sentence people.
No. What you need to do is forgive the crime because there wasn't one. Now that things are legalized, very simple.
Oh, so it's okay that the judges did that then. Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't excuse the judge. People that are in a position of power, that judge other people, that control other people's lives, will be held to answer and account for what they've done. Every
Good.
last inch of it. So if a judge does something because they didn't like the politics of somebody, he's going to find out the hard way what it's like to work in a salt mine or some other nice place. They probably put him to cleaning out outhouse pits.
Well, is there something significant on September 24th, 2022?
Yeah, you'll see it when it happens.
That's all you're going to say about it, I assume?
Well, you have to understand that if I go into predication, sometimes I can't turn it off and it keeps me up all night. I'm not going to let that happen. Okay. Is there something significant on September 24th? Yes, because the next month is October. And let's see here. That's, let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 9 days before the transition's supposed to happen. So it might screw something up if I answer that.
Oh, okay. So we'll just leave it that way then. Okay.
Oh,
Will they finish building homes with wood, or will home building come to a halt until we have hemp or new technologies?
it'll be a combination. Certain people will have the option to have their homes redone in the new building materials. The new building materials are about anywhere from 10 to 100 times as efficient as what we have now. So wouldn't be a bad deal. Uh-oh. I just turned into a pumpkin.
Why? What happened?
Look what time it is.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Yeah, we got to call it. Yeah, I
Ooh.
got to quit this because otherwise, yeah, we have problems.
I gotta quit.
It's got to be before less than 2 hours. So we're gonna
She don't
have
get
to.
she don't get this excited normally. It just,
We're gonna. Very funny, Drake. All right. Well, anyway, everyone, we love you guys and we appreciate you coming and listening to us and asking your wonderful questions. And I thank you so much for anyone and everyone who has helped me along the way, whether that be the dot connector or Paul or Dean or anybody, or I really appreciate it very much. And just remember, this is listener supported and I can't do it without you. So thank you for participating. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Drake, for your entertaining and question answering abilities.
You're welcome. Just be sure, everybody, do me a favor. Don't get it caught in a zipper. It's not worth it.
Okay, on that note, I think it's time to go.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone. Love you guys. See you soon again.